Another thing, 12 personnel, the tight ends, the two tight ends. Harold Fannin was really good. Take us through what you saw from 12 personnel.
So we're going to see the touchdown pass here. So this is going to go a couple times. On the bottom of the screen is Njoku and Jerry Jeudy. And what that does is it moves the safety over. So as the play keeps rolling over and over, you're going to see 3-on-2 down at the bottom. So Joe Flacco immediately knows before the ball is snapped that he's going to work that bang 7 or bang 8 or skinny post to Zed Tillman. Now, as the play starts, you're going to see a bunch. And the Bengals are going to jam Fannin and then cover him with the middle linebacker. And what they do against these bunch sets is they call it banjo or bracket. So one guy will take the guy whoever goes inside, and then one guy will take the guy who goes outside. And it causes confusion. And as Sampson comes out, you're going to see 3 guys on 2. So the Browns have created 3 over 2 on the bottom, 3 over 2 at the top, and then they have Tillman who's going to beat the corner who's in outside leverage. So this is great design by Kevin Stefanski and his staff. Really easy pitch and catch. But for me, this is more about the design, right? You took your 2 best players, you put them down at the bottom, and that created a really easy window for Joe Flacco. And not only did they use a ton of motion, but they used stacks and bunches, and they did a lot of stuff, still the same stuff Stefanski all runs, but they created windows and clear pictures with all this movement and different formations. Really, really impressed. This 12 personnel will be their base all year, I have no doubt.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about Fannin and Njoku, and if you think about it, how do you improve on that? Well, you get David Njoku the ball, and I'm sure they'll find a way to get Njoku the ball against the Ravens.
Well, yeah, so you have, and 2 things have to happen. Harold Fannin has to continue to block because we know how well he can catch. And that's going to make that, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get that defense to bring 3 linebackers in the game. And you can only do that if you're a power running team. That's one thing they struggled with last week. But that's why you got to stick with it, even if you're not getting a ton of yards, because you can dictate what personnel you're getting in the game. And obviously, if he can block and continue to work on his blocking, and I think he's a special player, and he's a lot tougher than I even thought. This 12 personnel is going to be really tough. And don't be mistaken. As good as Harold Fannin is, Njoku is still the best run after catch guy on this team, and you got to give him the ball in space. And both of these guys should be the primary targets with Jerry Jeudy.
All right. The other thing, so you mentioned the bunch and the stacks. That's Tommy Rees's influence. Another thing that we know is Tommy Rees's influence is the next one, motion, and it kind of tells you what the defense is doing. So take us through this.
So as you look at this play, you're going to see Jerry Jeudy is going to motion inside to a stack position. As he motions to a stack position, it puts that corner in a bind because that corner has to stay in man coverage. Now, as Joe Flacco comes up to the line of scrimmage, he knows motion, but the guy who circled first, that linebacker, when that linebacker moves over to the other side, he knows he's in man coverage on the back, Sampson. And so as the play runs again, you're going to see he's in man. That tells him where to go. And now this corner's in conflict. Now, if you look at the middle of the field, there's no one there. Now, they always run this slant route. This is what they've run for years. Kevin Stefanski is a fantastic designer of slant routes. But this motion creates conflict in a stack and doesn't allow press. And as they release outside, it just is really, really hard for that corner to catch up and try to avoid the first guy and then get to his coverage on Jeudy. So really well-designed play. And all it was, if you think about it, was just a simple 5-yard motion inside to a stack. But again, this is Tommy Rees's influence. Creates a clear picture with the man. Right there is what the quarterback sees. That linebacker move over outside the hash. Now he knows he's got the slant because of the stack. Easy pitch and catch. This is about as easy as this gets in the NFL.
Now, and again, they looked good against the Bengals defense throwing the ball. I would argue they probably threw the ball a whole lot more than they wanted to. And Ravens defense will be a different type of challenge as well.
Well, the thing that I liked, right? So I've done this before. Sometimes when your best runs don't work, and the Browns' best runs, they tried pin and pull, they tried a counter, they just really had trouble. 2 things that happened in the game with the offensive line. One is they weren't getting any vertical displacement on those defensive tackles, and that's just reps. Those guys have proven their toughness. So it's not about toughness. It's a special dance those linemen have to do on those double teams. And it takes work and reps and reps. The other thing is they had some missed assignments on the second level. So they were letting some linebackers go just because they were messing up their counts. That will also get corrected in the film room. But yeah, they got to run it. But what I like what Stefanski did is he started working those swing passes and he started working those quick screens. And for me, that's extended run. And that's what you got to do. If you can't run the ball, you still have to find ways to get your backs to the ball and you still have to find ways to get to the edge. I thought they did a good job of that. And this run game will only improve. I watched a number of plays where the run game was just one or two guys off. One or two guys missed their blocks, but everybody else. So everybody else got theirs. It'll improve. It'll get better. This is going to be a tough defense, but you're going to see less missed assignments and better double teams this week.